The third and the very last thing that I think is very different is toilet paper. If you're an Indian, you'd hate toilet paper. So make it.
Wow, it's such a lovely day, and I know that I have been saying this so much, but this is the weather here right now. It's early spring, the temperature is 21 degrees, so pretty amazing. And I'm just heading over to meet Ishank, and he just recently came to Canada to pursue his postgrad in cloud computing. So I thought that my process was a little different because it was not during COVID, but now that since he has come during COVID, he has faced all the things like the hotel and the delay in the visa. So Ishank and I, we are actually school friends and also business partners at Collegiado. Ishank actually set the website up which you are currently seeing. We will be helping you with your college or university application process and helping you to fulfill your dream of studying abroad. One cool fact about him, he was actually able to pay his tuition fee even before coming to Canada. And if we are assuming that he would have worked there for 3-4 years, that's not true. He just worked for 1 year and he was able to pay the first year of his college tuition fees. So stay tuned for the upcoming episodes in the series because I will be covering this topic in one of my videos. And also, if you have any other questions that you would like me to ask him, put those in the comment box and I will cover those. Now let's head over to meet him. Hi Ishank, welcome to my channel Bani Abroad.
Thank you so much, Bani, for having me.
So tell me, how's Canada treating you so far?
It has been a great experience. It was my dream come true. It has been a dream come true all along. Ever since I was a kid, I really wanted to be here. Growing up, I remember we had our visa refused back when I think I was in 5th grade.
Oh.
So, you know, this is all cool. It still feels surreal, you know.
Yeah, I can understand that, but it's just your honeymoon period, I think. After this, you'll feel that, oh, this is no big deal, it's normal.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about your journey to Canada. So Ishank, since you applied for your visa in this entire mess of pandemic, so how did the process look like? How long did it take for your visa to arrive?
So I filed my visa on 2nd of December and a few days later I got my appointment for 18th of January. So that's
biometrics.
for biometrics,
Okay.
yeah. So if you can guess, that's a long time, and that's what I was thinking whenever I saw the videos on YouTube or whenever I talked to people. That's what they were talking about, that the processing time is so much. It might take me another 3 or 4 months to actually get to here. But things worked out, you know. I had my biometrics done on the 18th. I got my PPR a month later on 20th of February. And then I think it took me another 4 days to have my passport sent over to them. And the passport took another 7 days to come back. I finally got my passport back on I think it was 8th of March probably, and by then I had done all my packing and everything, and then I just booked my flight, and on 14th I was here.
Okay, so it just took 2 months for you to get
Yes.
your visa processed.
So this was a really short time. If I talk to my other batchmates, if I talk to my classmates, they are still waiting for the PPRs, and
Yeah.
you know, many other people watching this as well. But it took me really, I would say, I don't know how this happened, but it worked out well. There were a few things that I did that I will talk about.
So that's great because I've also been talking to people and some people haven't got their visas and they applied a long time ago, like 6 months ago. So tell me, what did you do different that you got it within 2 months?
So the very first thing that I did was, after submitting my biometrics, I did upload a web form just to update them that this has been done, my medical has been done. So just process through the documents fast, and my classes started on 18th actually, and my biometrics
18th
were
Jan.
18th Jan, and my biometrics were 1 or 2 days. I don't know. It was close. I don't clearly remember now. This is what I showed over to them, that I have started my classes. I'm going through everything, and it would be great that you give me the permission to come here, because the difference of a time zone is too much, and it's really hard to pursue everything living in India. So this is thing number one that I did. Thing number two that many of the people that I know have done, and I have consulted people personally for this as well. It's contacting IRCC through Twitter. So what's happening right now is people are getting their PPRs, but they are not getting their payment links. So another cool way of doing this is contacting IRCC over Twitter. Bani will have a screenshot over here. Somebody from my class did this and they got the response from IRCC within an hour or two.
So that's really great, and I hope that the people who are watching this, if you are having trouble, please follow these steps, and I wish that you get your visa as soon as possible. Now we are done with this basic stuff. Let's talk something interesting. So Ishank, it's been roughly 1.5 years since I have been here. So Ishank, I want to know from you, what were the top 3 interesting features or anything that you saw in Canada? Because it's been, I think, 2 weeks now that you are here.
Yeah.
So what's different from India that you felt during those first 2 weeks?
So the very first thing that I noticed when I landed here, from the very first moment that I exited the airport, the wind here, it hits different, man. The temperature could be 2 or 3 degrees, but if the wind is flowing, and I mean if it's really flowing, you could really feel this to be -3 or -4, man. It just hits different. So I remember after exiting the airport, I was putting my luggage in the hotel cab. I just remember my hands went numb. Those were barely, I think, 90 seconds that I was out in the cold, and the wind here hits different. The second thing I would say...
Yeah, before that, sorry for interrupting. One pro tip, when you have to go outside, don't check the weather today, but what it feels like, because then the wind that is accommodated in the temperature, so you might get fooled by the sun outside or the temperature which is shown. So make sure that you check what exactly the temperature would feel like. Yeah, you can continue.
So the very second thing I would say is the air here. If you're somebody who lives in a metropolitan city in India, let's say you're somebody who lives in Delhi, this is heaven for you, trust me. If you come here and you breathe, oh, it's different. It's very different. Another thing to add to this point was very different from India is the cleanliness. The roads here are very wide, and everything is clean. People don't litter. You won't see garbage lying around. It's all clean. Even the air, the roads, everything, it's clean. It's beautiful. The third and the very last thing that I think is very different is toilet paper. If you're an Indian, you'd hate toilet paper. So make an arrangement, think about something. It sucks.
You know, actually I can give you a suggestion for that. You can buy a bidet here, so that will serve your purpose. You can search that on Amazon. So this was a super short video, but stay tuned because this is an entire series, and we'll be covering questions ranging from how to book the cheapest hotel here and how he was able to book a flight from Amritsar to Toronto in 57,000 Indian rupees. That's true, right? 57,000.
That's really cheap.
That's amazing, because I remember my flight was 1 lakh something, 1,10,000, because I booked it pretty late.
And it was a connecting flight, right?
Yeah, that was a connecting flight. And the last thing which I feel that you should definitely watch is how he was able to fund his entire trip, plus the first year tuition fee, how he was able to gather funds for everything, and he did not seek any help from his parents or took any loan. So I think that's pretty great. So I'll definitely ask him that in one of the subsequent episodes. So stay tuned, and if you have any questions that you want to ask from him, put those in the comment section and we'll make sure that we cover those. Apart from that, if you want to ask specific questions which will entail a face-to-face conversation with him, then you can do that through Collegiado. I'll put his slots as well, and you can also reach out to him on Instagram. And going ahead, I will be covering all the clients for universities, and Ishank will be handling everyone who has to apply to college. So you can see our slots coming up, and I'll put those in my Instagram story. You can also follow him on Instagram. He'll also give you updates, and I'll put both of our IDs in the description box below, and you can book those free slots through collegiado.com. So if you did like this video, then
hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you need any help with your admits, go to collegiado.com and book a free 15-minute strategy session.
Yes, absolutely. Until my next video, and you'll see him as well in the subsequent episodes. Stay happy and take care. Bye.